Hello, 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 hello. Oh my days, it's so late now. 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. This is late, very late. Hello, hello, how are you? So I was just talking to myself saying it's very late. It's only because tomorrow is Saturday. So it's so late. So here's the question. So when people say competing with yourself, that if you don't think deeply about it, kinds of doesn't make sense. But if you say competing with other people, that makes sense, because when you're competing with other people in a competition, there's going to be someone who's going to win and someone who's going to lose. But when you're thinking carefully about this statement, competing with yourself, it makes sense in a sense where if you're competing with yourself, then if you're gonna win, then it means you're gonna do better next time. If you didn't do well at whatever you're doing, then next time you do better. If you make a mistake, next time you do better, so you don't make the same mistakes, or you learn from those mistakes. So I think that's what it means, competing with yourself, trying to better yourself. So if yesterday you was your worst version of yourself, then today you learn from yesterday, and today you become the best version of yourself. And then any mistake you make today, tomorrow you try to better yourself again. And every day is about trying to better yourself. And the other thing I've noticed is, like, if you make mistake, if you didn't intend to make mistakes, they just happen. Just learn from them and move on. There's no point, crying and wasting time trying to think about things that you can't change, things that happened. You can't change them anyway. So why waste time thinking about them? Makes no sense.
So just move on, right? Because you keep thinking about the past, you're gonna miss out on the present. You don't wanna miss, you don't wanna waste your present. You wanna live your present, be in the moment. But if you're just in the past, you're wasting your present. And then before you know, your present will become the past. And then you're thinking about the past and like, you can't do that. Can't do that to yourself. Well, anyway, I am still going through my short version videos on YouTube. So I'll finish that, the competition about yourself, and competing with yourself. And I'm going to move on to the next one, which is, if I can find it, hopefully I find it soon. And then we're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. So we're just discussing. By the way, guys, what do you think about this? Spending time, thinking about mistakes that you can't change, but you can only learn from them. You can only learn from mistakes. And it's good that you're learning from mistakes, because then you can't make the same mistake, right? You can't make the same mistakes. So let me just find this quickly. Come on, come on. Come on. Right, so where are we? Would you rather? I've done that. View all. You see them all. Okay. So the next one was, when do you think you might see $1 million, either dollars, US dollars, or euros, or sterling pounds? When do you think you might see that? That kind of money. That is a lot of money. 1 million. Even though it's 1 million, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. Well, if you're already a millionaire, that might not be too much money. It's still a lot, though. Still a lot. But anyway, as for me, I don't know. Only God knows when I might see that. I've never seen it, and I might never see it. But I hope that I'll hopefully see it someday. Sooner than later. I don't know how or when. Oh dear. But anyway, it would be nice. It would be nice to have that kind of money. You know, when they say money doesn't buy happiness, well, does it? I don't know. But if I have to answer that question about money buying happiness, money only buys things that money can buy. And there are things that money can't buy, right? If money can buy it, money will buy it. If it's a house, if it's food, if it's clothes, all that, money will buy it. And if those things make you happy, then yes, it's bought you're happy. So it's bought your happiness. But I think money makes life easier. Money makes life easier, much, much, much easier, which is good. Because no one wants a difficult, tedious life, right? Everyone wants life that is, bearable. So money makes life easier, definitely, because then you can at least afford the necessities, the basics, right? Food, shelter, you can pay your bills, all that. And you don't have to worry about your bills. You don't have to worry about just the basic necessity of human life. You don't have to worry about those things. So money takes care of all those things, which frees you to think about other things. So it makes life easier. That's just my answer. When people say money does money bring happiness, or does money buy happiness? My answer is, it just makes life easier. That's all. Because money doesn't solve all problems. Some people, they have money but still have problems, and other people don't have money, they have problems. Everyone has problems. But it just make life easier. If you don't have money, you have zero, and then you have money, now you can pay for your basic things. It's definitely gonna make your life easier, right? So that's my answer. What is your answer on that? Please, guys, help me subscribe to this. I'm looking, literally, I've got I need 701 people to subscribe for me to get 1,000 subscribers. This is a very, very small channel. So for those who have subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you. But if you haven't, please, 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 if you can and if you want, please subscribe if you like, what I'm doing. You don't have to, but it just helps. But thank you very much. But anyway, let's get on with this. So the next statement or question, I'm gonna call it a question, is, let me find it quickly. Find it quickly. Just give me a moment. So the next question is, should you train children from a young age or wait until they are older to start training them? Some people say you should train children when they're young, like teaching them the basics, how to live life, how to do things and stuff like that, independence and stuff like that when they're young, and don't wait until they're older, because if you wait until they're older, they might be settled in their own ways, and it might be harder to change that, trying to teach them, the right things. So, and then other people say you can wait until they're older, because when they're young, they don't really understand. So it just depends on who you ask. Right, so I'm gonna move on to the next question. You are free and welcome to comment if you want. I would love to hear your comments, and we can discuss them if you want. But until then, I'm gonna move on to the next question, which is, so next question is everyone looking for love, or some people don't care about being loved at all? Right. So some people say, come on, everyone wants to be loved, and everyone needs someone to care, to show them that they care and they love them. But it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone is looking for love. And love come in different, obviously different ways: friendship, parents, and partners. So, right, next one. This one, why can't I say this? Oh, yes, so this one, when you are looking for something, you'll say you're in your house and you actually need to use something. It could be anything around the house. It could be maybe something as small as a pen. I'm looking for a pen. I need to use a pen, to write whatever. And you're looking for a pen and you can't find a pen in the entire house. And you need it now, but you can't find the pen. You're looking for it, you can't find it, but you need it right now, right? And then you give up. You just do something else. Then next time, when you don't need a pen whatsoever, you see a pen right in front of you, literally in front of you. There is a pen, and you're thinking, when I was looking for this pen, it wasn't there. I couldn't find it anywhere, but now it's here. Like, I don't need it now. What is that all about? I don't know. I never understand that. And the other thing is, so when people say follow your dreams, 1 minute. 1990. So when people say follow your dreams, where is that? Where is that? I'm just reading it. Oh, where is it? Where'd you go? Yeah, so when people say follow your dreams, well, first of all, this is just a cheesy one. So when they say follow your dreams, well, we all know that dreams belong in a deep sleep, in deep, good night sleep. That's where dreams belong. So if you are following your dreams, does that mean you have to go to bed and sleep? Because that's the only way you can follow those dreams. If you are dreaming while awake, then what on earth? But anyway, this is a cheesy one. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Oh, this one, I like this one. It says, what dreams and ambitions did you have as a child and a young adult that you still haven't achieved now as a full-grown adult because of circumstances? Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, welcome, 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 welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing well, and welcome to this chat. So anyway, so again, I was saying, what dreams and ambitions did you have as a child and as a young adult that you still haven't achieved yet now as a full-grown adult because of circumstances? I'm sure a lot of people have a lot to say on this. So anyway, some people answered this question saying some people said they wanted to start a business, their own business, but that hasn't happened, again, because of circumstances. And other people said they wanted to have a dream job, and things happened along the way and they can't do that job, and which is sad. Other people want to travel, but they can't afford it. It's too expensive. So yeah, not everyone, as you know, not everyone gets to achieve everything, all the dreams and ambitions. And those who get to achieve everything they've they've ever dreamed of, and all the ambitions, everything, those are some of the lucky people, I would say. Um, and one person wrote and said she has achieved every single dream she's had and every single ambition. She's achieved them all. And when it was time for her to sit down and enjoy all that with her partner left her. He didn't want to stay and enjoy that with her. And that was quite sad. Yeah, that was sad. I don't know why the partner decided to leave, but oh, it's okay. Hi, it's okay if you have to leave, but it's fine. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so that's that person's experience. The partners decided to leave, and now she's single. But anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is so yeah, this one, it says, when they say try to live a stress-free life for your heart health, what is that possible? Is it possible to live without stress? Because there's stress everywhere. Life is stressful as it is. So if you need to live a stress-free life, so to protect your heart, so you can have healthy heart. And like if you've got like high blood pressure problems and stuff like that, it is almost impossible to find that balance and have as least stress in your life as possible. That is hard. It's very hard to find. And I think most people can agree with that. But anyway, that's that one. So let's move on to the next one. Trying to find it. Let's find it. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, stress-free life. Hey, that one is a difficult one. Very difficult. Stress is everywhere. Every corner you turn, there's stress. Everywhere there's stress. I mean, the minute you wake up, there's stress. But stress is not a bad thing. But it only becomes bad if you have heart problems. If you're having like issues with high blood pressures and stuff like that, then it's a bad thing. But otherwise, stress is just part of life, isn't it? So if you can't avoid it, just learn to live with stress. So guys, a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed. You've helped me reach 300 subscribers, and that's amazing. So that means I only need 700 more subscribers, and then I can hit my target of 1,000 subscribers. So let's keep this up, and hopefully we'll reach 1,000, hopefully. So anyway, thank you. Let me find the next question. So here's a question. Which plant can you grow? No, which plants can actually grow in any season, any weather? Which plants can grow in any weather? Any answers? Does anyone know? Which plant can grow in any weather? Is it cactus? Can cactus grow in any weather? By the way, cactuses, I think those normally grow in deserts, don't they? I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. Cactus can grow in any weather. What about, I think, mold? Mold is mold plants. I'm not sure. If mold is plants, it can grow anywhere. Mold, yeah. I think. Anyway, plants that can grow in any weather. I think cassava plant can grow in any weather. I hope so. Anyway, cassava plant. That's what I heard. So which plant do you think can grow in any weather? Anyway, so no responses, no comments on this. That's fine. Let's move on to the next one, which says, you will have peace if you stop thinking about money or anything else at all and just leave it all to God and live and enjoy each day as it comes. Is that true? Oh, hi. Hi, Alfie Finch. How are you? Thank you for coming on here. Hello. So, which plants can grow in any weather? Does anyone know? I was thinking cactus can grow in any weather. I don't know if that's correct. Tree, yes, tree. Because honestly, you're right. Because there are trees everywhere in any weather, winter, summer, autumn, all of those seasons. Trees still grow. They're growing. That's right. Yeah. Any other plants? With trees. That's a good one. Any other plants that can grow in any weather? Um, so um, so if no one else has an answer, that's great. We can move on to the next question. Right, so let me find the next question quickly. Hopefully I can find it. Should be here. Oops. Just give me a few seconds and okay, I found it. So the next one, I was just reading it out as you joined, and it says, people will have peace if they stop thinking about and overthinking about money all the time or about anything else at all, and just leave it all to God, and enjoy each day as it comes. What do you think about that? Do you think that sounds right? Yeah. Yeah, so with this statement, some people will say, some people actually don't think too much about life, about money and all that. They just go to work, make money, pay the bills and whatever, enjoy their lives. They don't really like overthink it. And they're just free, they don't let themselves have stress. They don't want to stress themselves about all these, money and this and that. They just want to live every moment as it comes and just truly enjoy being in the present. But then you have other people who are always worrying about this and that and saving and over saving and the future, always thinking about the future and what about this, what if this, and that's great. But if you're constantly thinking like that, if you're constantly thinking about the future and the future, you miss out on the present. Whatever that is happening in the present, you're not enjoying it properly, you're not fully enjoying it, and you're wasting precious time. That is precious time. It can't be wasted. So everyone has their own way of dealing with things. So that's just my take on this. This is what I think. But anyway, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. But if there's nothing, then we can move on to the next question, which I'm trying to find at the moment. And it will only take a few seconds to get. Just bear with me for a few seconds. Right, so the next one is, what's the worst thing you have ever done? Well, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to. The worst thing that you've ever done, well, I think we're just going to skip that one because I don't think anyone will write down or say anything. So the next one is, would you give the next one says, would you give your adult children money or jobs? Which one? Would you rather give your children money or jobs? The adult children who are at the age of working. Money or jobs. So anyway, on this one, a lot of people said they would give the adult children jobs, not money. They didn't explain why, but on another post I posted, and about money and children and adult children, people said they rather teach the children, excuse me, the value of money. So they rather teach the children the value of money. If they just give them money like that, they will not use it properly. They will waste it because they don't understand what it takes to have money. You don't just get money for free like that. You got to work hard for it. And hard work hurts. It's pain. Hard work is painful. So by the time you have that money that you've worked for, you would have suffered. You would have worked. You would have had sleepless nights. You would have had. You'd have sweated for it. And because you would have done all that hard work, put in the work, then you'll value that money. You give it the value it deserves. Just give me a minute. So if you work for your money, you will value it more. You will actually give it credit. You respect it. You have value for. You will understand what it takes to have money, to make money. But if you're just giving free money, that you don't. No, this is about just children. Because when the adult children in a family and their parents, so they rather give them jobs so that they can understand the value of money. That's all. So when it comes to buying presents for your children, especially when they're older, when they're not little, would you just getting presents for anyone, friends, family, or relatives? Is it just easier to give them the money or buy them? All right, give me a minute, I'll be back.